Ryan Roberts here with Coach Sullivan and Cooper. Coach, you guys are coming off a disappointing first-round loss in the region. How has that kind of motivated your team in this offseason?
Well, as soon as that game was over, we talked with our guys, and obviously, it didn't work out. And all credit to St. Henry, and they did what they were supposed to do in that game and took care of us. Obviously, our guys were very disappointed. So we talked, and our guys really committed themselves. They immediately were ready to get back in the gym. I actually had to kind of push them away a little bit, let them get a little bit of time. But then as soon as it was time, they got in there. They started believing, really putting the time in. They built their bodies. We've gotten quicker. We've gotten stronger. Got in the gym when we need, trying to work on our weaknesses. And, I see a big difference in our guys over the summer as far as commitment and their work ethic.
Your return code Division I Player of the Year, Sean McNeil, one of the top players in the region, depending on who you ask. How important is he to this year's team?
Obviously, he's a huge part of it. Sean's going to do a lot for us. We ask him to handle the ball. We ask him to score. We're asking him to rebound. But it can't just be Sean. We know that Sean has the ability to be that guy. But and Sean puts that on himself. He takes that responsibility every day. He doesn't look at that lightly, and you can tell it in practice. And the guys really look up to him. But I think Sean also understands that he's got to have the rest of the guys around him, and our guys understand that they got to understand their role and do their role with the best of their ability for us to be successful and to try to play with the elite teams around.
Adam Kunkel, Dante Hendricks, how does their role change this year, kind of being in more of a lead role, and who are some of the other names and faces to look for?
Yeah, it's great that we got a lot of minutes for Adam Kunkel at the varsity level as a freshman. He grew and kind of he had a certain role last year. Obviously, his role is going to change this year, and we're looking for him to do a lot more scoring now as far as off the bounce and being able to be a defender. He's grown, he's gotten a lot quicker and stronger. So we're going to look for him to be a guy that we can put on another guard that can lock guys down. Obviously, Dante's been our point guard. Dante's a guy that, just a natural leader. We'll see how long it takes for him to kind of get back into basketball after a phenomenal football season. But Dante's a kid that just understands the game. He understands how to play. A phenomenal defender. He knows how to use his length. He's actually grown a little bit more. He's probably about 6'2", 6'3" now. He's our guy that the mastermind to get it going. We can play him in different positions now with other guys that are stepping up. Our younger guys are really getting better. So, we'll be able to move Dante around a little bit and maybe give him, breaks where he's not guarding that other team's best player every single night.
Who are some of the younger guys that you also expect to make an impact this year?
Chris McNeil's had a really good summer. Sean's younger brother. Chris is a sophomore point guard. He's played a ton, with Dante with football and having the football camps in the summertime. Chris, used that time and has really stepped up. Chris is he's a very intense young man that he's starting to learn how to score it a little better. Really good defender. He's about 5'10". Has really changed his body this summer, and we've seen a lot of really good things out of him. Still learning how to play at the varsity level and the speed of the game, but has really come along. Some other guys that we could look to see. Some younger guys like Braden Runyon, a young man off the bench that played a lot of JV last year. Late in the season when we had some injuries, we let Braden play a little bit of varsity, and he did well. He's only a sophomore, can really score it. Just understanding his role and kind of where he's going to fit in with this team it will be key for him.
Looking at the strengths and weaknesses as well as the makeup of this team, where do you guys need to improve, and what are you excelling at right now?
Yeah, with the makeup of our team, we're always going to be undersized. But when you look across the board, size-wise in our region and our district, there's a lot of equality there. Obviously there's some teams that have a little bit more size than others, but we're going to try to use our athleticism and our quickness and our length to the best of our ability. We've got a lot of guys that can play in multiple different positions, so that's a good thing to have because of the diversity that we can put out there. Whether it's five guards or four guards and a big. Our bigs are all long, athletic kids. Outside of Marcus Watson, who's coming from football, Marcus is more of a banger. But our weakness will be our overall size. We're going to have to gang rebound every single night. I think that we'll be there. We'll be good enough defensively, but the question will be: Are we going to gang rebound? Are we going to guard that paint and protect the house inside? And then on offense, just understanding how to play together and with our new offense and the things that we're doing now, guys sharing the ball and just trying to find each other and being great teammates for one another.
Your team comes in preseason number 2 in the coaches poll. What are expectations like for this team? How good can your team be?
Well, we've explained to our guys. We don't hide away from it. We understand that the coaches have ranked us number 2, and And that's always a good thing when you have the respect of the coaches in the region. That's a good thing. So we don't hide from it. And we'll talk about it with our guys, and the expectation that we hold on ourselves, and the sense of urgency that we have to practice with every single day. You got to practice like you're playing against the best every night, and that's something that we demand of each other. Our guys are learning how to demand that out of one another. So it's not a big thing, but it is a nice it's nice to know that the coaches respect our guys, and that there is a high expectation. So our guys, I think our guys will rise to that occasion. We're going to have some ups and downs with some of our younger guys, but I think in the end we'll be a pretty solid basketball team.
Sully, good luck this year.
Thanks, Ron.